Alright, Craft the World. This is a game that I haven't seen a lot of people give too much attention, but I had a lot of fun with it. I put probably around 50 hours into it or so over the last year, and the guy updates it pretty regularly, but he doesn't, I don't know if it's just one guy, I guess, but he doesn't say too much. He just puts updates out, doesn't post any info on like forums of too much about what he's done in change wise or anything like that. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like maybe Minecraft meets Terraria meets that dwarves game where you control a bunch of dwarves, or maybe Black and White where you play a god. So you don't get to do much of anything. You have these little followers, and you kind of tell them what to do, and it goes from there. No, that's right, I started a base on here a while back. This hasn't gotten too far. Collect coal. So you have tasks to do. I haven't played in a while, so let me see if I can remember anything. Okay, yeah, see, so there's all this stuff you can end up doing, unlocking more and more stuff, but you start away over here. So if I wanted to unlock this, well, it's locked right now. First I have to complete this, and you can see how the arrows track to each item. So it wants me to make some torches, and it shows you on the bar how much experience each of those items would be, so it's pretty much even. It wants you to make some of those and level up and get up to making basic ironworking and stuff. Or I could go over here to basic armor too and make some armor for my guys if I could afford it. Press I can see what I have. Rope, see how it's got this design means I haven't ever made that yet. Whereas this one, it doesn't have the parchment behind it. I've made it before. So you could know all these ones right here are ones you haven't made before, and they can give you extra experience or something, or probably working towards something you're trying to build or level up. But let's see, that's a book on skills. I'll probably end up keeping that for now in case some of these dwarves die. They might die more often in the beginning, but you can teach each dwarf 3 skills. This guy's a fisher. They always come with something on their own when they first spawn, and as you level up here, another dwarf will come out each time you level. So right now I should have 4 dwarves. Yeah, up here. So I'm level 4. So eventually you can get to level 16 or 20 or whatever. You'll have a bunch of dwarves, but they all come with an initial ability. Some of them are pretty crappy. Like right now, I don't need a fisherman when I'm first starting out. I need a warrior or an archer or something like that. I could teach this guy with that archery book, and that would take up one of his empty slots for abilities. This guy's got archer, so I could train him, and he would become a better archer, but I don't have any bows yet, so that would be wasteful. This guy's a logger, so he'll tend to go and chop down trees more often if you send him to do stuff. Another archer, once again I have no bows. So like if I click here, see at the bottom, tells that guy I want that chopped down. Let's craft some lights. So the first time you craft the recipe, you actually have to find the stuff in your bags. You can just click it and it'll take you to the tab that you need to go to. And the first time you have to drag it. After you craft it the first time, you don't have to do that anymore. So I can go here and I can just hit boom, craft, 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 and it's automatic. But it kind of helps you learn where stuff is in your bags by crafting it the first time. I'm gonna need a lot of torches, so there, and that leveled up basic illuminating all the way. Tech tree. Now it says iron working, but I don't have a lot of iron anyway, so screw that. Let's go to our inventory. Oh, we already have torches on there. So it's pretty dark down here. What I'll do is I'll click there. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I will click here. Oh, they attacked the tree and a bug fell out of it, so they fought that. Yeah, one guy, they have to run all the way from the stash where the torches are carried, and they have to carry it with them and put it down. They're not very good swimmers. They can end up drowning if you're not careful. That's why I'm being careful about going to the right over here. Eventually you can build bridges. That helps them get across water a lot easier. Because swimming is an actual skill for them, so the ones that don't have that skill sink like a rock a lot of times. Cut down those plants. You can hold shift down and select a whole line of area, and they'll just queue that up or queue that up, and they'll keep going until that's all done. I just need a lot more coal, a lot more stone. This thing right here is a guardian of sorts. At nighttime, zombies and ghosts come, and the ghosts will try and get in your stash and steal stuff. If you have this guy near the stash, they won't be able to get near it. And also, it tells you the comfort level of like a house. But you can see he's pissed off right now. I don't have a house around him. It looks like an angry bird right there. At this point in this game, it's kind of difficult to build a house. I'd need a lot more stone and wood to build some doors. Oh, come on, you guys. Sometimes they bug out and you got to reset the tasks. Not too often though. Usually they'll just keep doing everything that's set up for them ahead of time. Oh, that's a cocoon. If you get anywhere near that general area, it'll hatch, and he'll actually burrow his way towards a random direction and sometimes attack your guys, but they're not too difficult as long as you got like 2 guys with you, or later on if you got better equipment. So there's 2 layers like Terraria. There's a front layer and a back layer. You can see there's coal back here, so I'm going to select those 2 and clear out that back layer. And there's actually a 3rd layer behind that, but you can't actually mine that. So when you build a house, you have to build the outer walls first 30, and then you have to do filler in the background too, or it doesn't count as an actual house. And this is a shop. You can go to this and you can buy stuff with money. You get money from fighting the zombies and whatever, so if you're having a difficult time finding a certain item or something, and you have enough money, you can come here and buy something. I'll tend to end up buying like a decent bow or something. It's not too expensive, and you get it a lot sooner that way possibly than if you were going through the crafting system, because it's a little further down the line. So it's good to have archers, because the guys in the melee range get whooped pretty bad, and you can have some guys behind them doing some damage without getting hurt. It's pretty nice. If I destroy these things, that would stop some of the zombies from spawning, but I'll leave it for now and show you what happens. And after I play this for a little bit, I'll load up one of my older games that has a pretty well built base. Set that up. Put another ladder down, because they can climb these back walls, but once they have a climbing skill. So once again, if they don't have the climbing skill and they haven't leveled it up either, even if they have it, when they're climbing just without a ladder, they can potentially fall and hurt themselves or die even. Oh, that guy hatched. Another guy, 2 stone pickaxes, and some roots. And he'll come out this portal here in a second. And if your guys die, they will respawn out this portal, but there's like a 3-minute timer between each one or something like that, so it's Oh, skill book. Smithing. I don't need smithing yet, so I'm going to keep that. I need, though, more ladders. Nighttime's coming. And then once this timer reaches 0, every 50 minutes or an hour, there's a massive wave of enemies. If you don't have a house built at that point, it can be pretty rough. It gets worse each time it progresses too, though. Eventually, in the furthest games I've gotten, instead of one portal opening on either side of your base, 2 or 3 or something can open up and monsters pour out. And it's hard enough defending one side of your base, and then if 2 portals attack, it can be pretty devastating unless you get some base defenses up. And even then, the base defenses usually get their ass whooped by the enemies without the dwarves' help. So if anything, it's just buys you a little time. There's some iron over here, so I'll set that up to mine. See, they climbed out of that hole, but difficult. Sometimes they can jump over the gap too. You can get backpacks for them, but the problem is a backpack slot can take up a slot for something that could improve the person's melee damage or whatever. So a lot of times I don't go for the backpack, I just go for something that can actually help with survivability. That was a little funny. They walked halfway, all the way across it, then fell. It's like one of those Bugs Bunny cartoons or something. But I can fill in this spot again. I need some light in here too. Okay, here comes the zombies. Or no, the skeletons. Not so much on this side. They'll actually see, look at them, they're making a pyramid, or one standing on bottom so the rest can get on top. I'm gonna send all the dwarves home so we can fight. One of them's not even fighting. I might not have a weapon. Oh, that's why. Probably don't have a weapon on him. The new guy. Yep. Give him an axe, pickaxe, and a real axe. Okay, now he'll fight. Oh, they can't leave the home area, that's why. See, there's one of those ghosts I was talking about. Oh, they're running. A lot of them got too hurt. No! Attack him! Okay. But yeah, the levels go pretty deep. There's an ant there I saw for a second. Must be a nest of ants. Usually there's a queen too. But that's as far as I can zoom out. So, I mean, maybe I could dig another 100 or so squares. Not as deep as Terraria. Maybe as deep as Minecraft. This is a smaller level, as you have to beat these levels to get bigger levels. There's some zombies. They aren't gonna make it to me though. There's too big of a mountain in the way. That's my. Later on, I'm gonna mine that all the way to the ground, and that's gonna be plenty of stone for me. But that's the end of the right, and this is the end of the left. So it's a pretty small level, but they get bigger. But you just have to complete the mission, which the mission is there's like 4 guardians that'll be hidden down here somewhere, and they have keys. and then somewhere there's a place with a portal, and you take the 4 keys there, and that you go through that with all your dwarves, and that allows you to go to the next bigger level. The guardians though are just they're tough. You gotta make potions and have your dwarves drinking them, and you gotta have ranged and mages and some melee tanks to take some hits and some decent armor. If you go in there unprepared, your guys are just gonna get slaughtered. The guy throws fireballs that hit multiple people. He's got helpers. He's got a lot of health. They're not pushovers. You got to be decently geared first. Let me quit. Let me choose level. Let's check this one out. 1613. Yeah, see, I have this unlocked now, level 2. This one's locked still. But let me check out this one. This is the one I had built. So I've cleared pretty much this whole map. There's a little bit here I haven't explored, a little bit here. There's like a hell level down here too. But I put a couple blocks down, and these things came out of there. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Bunch of gems. Here's where the portal was, which I activated. Actually, it's not just the crystals. You get crystals, and you get like recipes or something you gotta craft and put this together, and then the portal opens. This is where one of the guardians was. Oh, nighttime. I made a wheat farm here. Plant the seeds. Come back in a couple days. Feed your guys. Tesla coils, level 3. You just build the Tesla coil recipe 3 times, and then you stack it on top of each other, and it becomes even more powerful. You can build a farm. You can trap the animals and bring them here, and you can use shears on them to get the wool you need for the string and stuff like that. So you can set waypoints, and you can click them from here, and it'll zoom to that spot. I also have the automatic turrets, and I put some up high too so they can shoot. Steel reinforced doors, heavy stone corners on those, multiple tier house, and some of the stuff I've collected. Some of these give bonuses. See, and that dude's actually happy for once. I have 100% comfort. So your guys, when they rest in these beds, they recover a lot faster, their health and stuff, and get back to work a lot quicker. This guy's got beat up crossing the bridge. It looks like a zombie got a hold of him maybe. I was hoping that they would attack me. Looks like only one zombie spawned over here. I can show you what the Tesla coil does. A lot of these things right here add comfort level. That's how I was able to get it to 100. Chairs, tapestries, shields, mirrors, windows, all kinds of crap. Took a lot to build all this, and actually I'm out of materials if I wanted to build some other stuff I wanted to build. Like, I don't think I can build any more Tesla coils if these get destroyed. It costs mithril or something like that. Let's see. I don't even think I unlocked everything on this technology tree. Yeah, see? I never found enough mithril to do all the mithril weapons. I hardly made any ingots to even do mithril working. Mithril armor either. I used some of my money to get some of my heavy tank guys mithril helmets and stuff like that, although some of the mithril helmets dropped from the guardian guys. I also built a rail system, although I think he needs to work on that more. Only one dwarf can hop in this cart at a time and ride across it, and they'll end up queuing here, and they'll end up just sitting here and waiting in line for the next person to come across back with a track, and then they'll go back, and it might even be slower than if they had walked across. I tried to build an elevator, couldn't figure that out at all. I cleared all this out trying to build it to make it work to ride this up from after you ride the cart, but definitely mine carts and elevators and stuff don't work as good as Terraria. That guy die already? I didn't even see it happen. But yeah, this is pretty much, I mean, it could get bigger, could get better, but heavy bow, bought that I think, or it dropped, I can't remember. Some silver swords, some mithril hammer. He's my warrior buffed up. See, that's what I mean about backpacks. I got the grinding stone on him, which improves melee damage, so elixirs helps the mage do more damage. They're pretty neat. They shoot like chain lightning. This helps the miller guy do more faster at doing baking. There's a bunch of different ones. This guy's got a backpack. Tough backpack, a bigger one. This guy's new, so he's got nothing. Oh, I gotta put some food down. Those guys are starving. Put down. They like beer, that's for sure. Let's put down. No, that's not cooked. Let's do some grilled meat. Oh, there's spells you can get later on, like this one. Summons little imps, and they'll actually go carry stuff for your guys, so that it lets them dig more while these guys pick up stuff. But they only carry one thing per each of them, so you'd have to summon them quite a few times if you're mining pretty quickly. You can make portals that'll go to your house, and you can say set it, I don't know, let's see, we'll set it to, look, one of those dudes going down there to grab something. We'll set it to here, and if I just tell them I want this all cleared out, maybe find some mithril or something, although that's not deep enough, they should start coming through there, and they'll take the portal from home. There they go. Getting to work finally. And you can increase the time on it by clicking it multiple times. And by each time somebody comes through it, it takes more seconds off faster. I think 5 seconds each or something. Sand falls on them. Can actually hurt them too. Gotta be careful how you order these, because they might dig down and not be able to reach up. Because it doesn't really follow it in the order you told it to go in. It just, no, they just know they need to dig all that out that you told them to. Forgot where to find the spells, or I'd show you what they all do. But there's like, you can make it rain, magic collect, which picks up everything on the ground and sends it right to your stash, explosion, which will blow out the ground and help them dig faster. Like I said, there's a fireball somewhere in here. You can throw a fireball. Quite a few spells. A lot of them I don't tend to use because your mana doesn't refill very well. It only refills like 1 per 5 minutes or something like that. So you can burn through it a hell of a lot faster than you can gain it. It refills when you level. You make potions to refill it too, but they only refill it like 5 or 10 at a time, so it's for what it takes to build them, it's not worth it. Yeah, 3 minutes for 1 mana to tick back up, so pretty bad. But yeah, if you ever have a chance, I'd say check out this game. Try it for yourself. Very time consuming, but pretty fulfilling. I lost quite a few hours to this without even realizing it. But yeah, check it out, called CraftTheWorld.